Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spooky Mania and happy Halloween. I am Captain Logan, and joining me, as always, is Austin the Day Ghost.
Was up.
And tonight we've also got John. Thanks for coming back in one more time for one of these, John.
Yeah, thanks for having me on for it.
No problem. Tonight we're gonna blind watch for our final movie in this series, The Ring. And I'm holding a 3-pack of all three of the rings. Austin was really hoping that my set would have rings on it. It not only has it, Austin, it's the main one
It's the biggest
advertised.
one.
Like if you'd never seen these before, you'd think rings came first. Like it's hilarious that it's at the top.
Mhm. No, it really does look like it comes first because it's the ring 2.
Yeah.
Or you'd think it's like a prequel, maybe.
Oh, sure, yeah. And actually, I
Before
don't know
there
anything
was
about
the
that
ring,
movie.
there were rings.
So, like, as far as I was concerned, it could have been a prequel. Like, I didn't even know.
hmm It's not, and I wasn't even sure it was a sequel until the other day. But apparently, it also, except I looked this up last night. Apparently, it was like it also retcons a lot of stuff. So that's probably why I didn't realize it was a sequel.
Oh, okay. Well, you said it was really funny, so I might have to watch it at some point.
Yeah, no, that is like good, like watch with friends and laugh at it kind of a movie.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
I
pick
remember
it
that
for
being a
one of
fun
these at
watch
some point.
party.
Maybe I'll just pick, like, a really bad movie on purpose. We didn't do that this time around.
No, no, there's some schlocky stuff that I would pick next year, but like nothing I would say is bad.
Yeah, this has been really fun. People seem to really enjoy this, so we're talking about doing it again next year. That is probably officially the plan at this point. I'm really liking these mini manias. I want to keep doing these every so often. So sadly, our last one for this year, but it's The Ring, and this is a movie. This is my other 2002 movie. Oddly, I ended up with two of these, and thought at one point they were both '03. Go figure, but they're actually both
Well,
'02. So
oh, is this '02?
this is
I
also
also thought this was
'02, and I
'03.
I thought it was '03. It's also '02.
Oh, weird. I
We're
mean,
we're
you could
batting a
make an
thousand there.
argument for 28 days since like it came out in North America in '03,
That's true.
but
But yes, that was 28 days later. We did the other day, and both of my '02 movies are back to back for the things I picked. So that's also, I guess, kind of amusing. Once again, not a movie that I've gone back too much, but I loved in the theater, and just like 28 Days Later, made a big impact on me. So I found both of those movies like pretty legitimately scary and disturbing, but obviously for different reasons. And this is much more of a jump scare kind of a more traditional American horror movie than that is, I guess. Um, and
yeah, and this
I've
is
probably seen it once since the theater, and I can't even tell you when.
mhm. No, and this is I think kickstarting it, or it's maybe like the second one. Like it's like real early at least in the rise of remaking Japanese horror films in the early 2000s, which became a thing for a little bit. And it's the only
I
good
think this
one.
is the first one.
I think it
Because this
is,
movie's
yeah.
success is what prompted all of those.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't entirely sure. But
But
it
yes,
is the
this
only
is the
good
only
one.
good one.
Yeah, and I've never seen the Japanese version.
hmm
I've seen it once from memory I like this version better, but it's been a
That was what I
while.
had, yeah.
Don't they do a thing in this where they sort of reference uh, its origin by having like footage in Japan of people watching the tape or something?
I don't think
I
so,
seem to
but I
recall
could be
that
wrong. I might be
happening in
missing
this.
something.
Well, we'll look for it.
Yeah, I might just be forgetting.
John doesn't seem to remember either.
I don't. I've seen this. This is a weird movie in that I've seen it 3 or 4 times, but only select stuff sticks with me, and I can remember exactly where my memory cuts off. It's at the fake out ending where you think everything's done, and then it
Oh,
keeps
okay.
going. I don't remember anything past that.
This is another one of those just kind of sheer atmosphere movies for me. Like that's more of what I remember about it is just how it made me feel. And for whatever reason, well, and I remember the protagonist being really sympathetic and liking her a lot and liking how like honest to God intelligent she was. Like this isn't. It's got some elements of dumb horror, but like the actual like structure of the movie and the characterization of the protagonist is not dumb. Or at least that's what I remember. And then I also remember the horse stomping thing, and that really surprised me in the theater. Like I remember that being
Yeah.
one of the most visceral moments I ever had in a movie theater. It was just that bad.
But yeah, and crazy with this being a PG-13 movie that it's able to get to some of those places. But Gore Verbinski's always been really good at pushing PG-13.
Well, I was gonna say I'm really glad that you and I are doing this together, Austin, because you're such a Verbinski fan, and we've done the Pirates trilogy together.
Hmm. Yeah, well, and this is like my entire life going full circle, like a Ring, really, because this movie like completely like dramatically traumatized me as a child.
Oh
Uh,
wow!
when I walked in on my mom and like a boyfriend watching this, and it was right when the girl comes out of the TV, and that image like burned in my brain, and like if I were say like flipping channels and this would appear, like I would freak out. Like I could not
Wow!
handle it. I remember my aunts on my dad's side once babysat me, and they put on the like like '90s live action Jungle Book, and they were like, "Oh, Austin, if you get to the end of this movie, like the tiger, like there's a shot, it comes at the camera, and then it jumps out and it eats you." And then they put it on and just left. And I got to a shot where it was just the tiger, and it was like staring at the camera, and I was like, oh my god, it's the Ring. I gotta turn this off.
You're in the room by yourself.
Yeah, like even like discovering Geek Pollution as like a 12-year-old. When Vince used to do Horror Movie Rewind, I couldn't watch his review of this. Like even just the screenshots, I was like, no,
Wow!
I can't do it.
But you're over that
But
now.
yeah, yes. No, and now I got this on
Oh
4K.
wow, that's a great. Can I see that again?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. That's a great cover.
Yeah, it is really nice. And I've got the book, but I haven't read the book yet.
I didn't
But
even
I
know it
do
was
have it.
based on a book. I thought the Japanese movie was an original film.
Yeah, I think it's a trilogy of books. It's like Ring, Spiral, and something else, I
From the
think.
Book of Saw.
Yeah, from the book of Ring,
Yeah.
Goo.
Yeah,
I actually have the trilogy ordered from Screen Factory. It's just taking forever to get here.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah. I've just got the boring one, but I'm really tempted by that 4K box. That's cool.
Yeah, what's much better than my Blu-ray that only plays half the movie? That I can tell you.
I kind of feel like the right way to watch this though is on VHS.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Well, I'm sad I missed it. Paramount did a steelbook, and the steelbook is a VHS like designed to look like a VHS tape.
Oh, that's great.
Well, and if I remember right, because this would still be when VHS tapes were made,
Yeah.
I think they would play the Ring tape video before the movie when you put it in. So
Oh,
like you put it
cool.
in, it plays that, and then the movie starts.
Yeah, that's great.
And
Hmm.
then you
Yeah,
die in 7
on the
days.
menu on the
Yeah.
DVD when you click on the feature, it just does like some static before the movie starts.
Yeah.
But they could have done that too. They could have like when you get into it, they could have played the Ring video. That would have been good. But
Yeah.
I guess I appreciate that this came out just before we stopped making VHS, so that it actually does exist in that format. Because I just feel like it would have been a crying shame if this had come out in like '06.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Although it would have been cool
Yeah.
if they could have timed it where they were the last movie that came out on VHS. That would have been cool. But they would have had to put it out 3 years after this. Because I've said this a million times. The last movie on VHS, for people that don't know, comes out in 2005, and it's A History of Violence. And it is a movie based on a
Hmm.
comic book, which is why I know that.
Yep. Yeah, well, that and if you were to do it now, it would be like there's this unlicensed Blu-ray that's going around. You gotta check it out.
Well, have you ever seen that
Well, and
horror
I
movie
feel
VHS?
I've not seen the original, but I've seen like the newest one and one of the more recent
Because I
ones.
don't know anything about that. Is it a similar premise or is it a totally different thing?
that's an
No,
anthology
that's
movie.
Oh,
yeah,
They
it's
get a
an
bunch of different
anthology.
directors to come in and do normally found footage movies, but
okay.
or stories. But
I assumed it
Yeah, and
was
there's like
like
10 of them
scary
now.
tape that somebody finally watches like 30 years after VHS or something. 30 years,
Hmm.
20 years.
No, and there's like 10 of them now. There's a ton of those VHS movies.
yeah, they're down to I think basically an annual release, and yeah, they just bring in different people to make a short for it.
Roboto says so many years
Hmm.
I don't even have a VCR anymore. I still have a working VCR. I always make sure I have one around because it comes up every now and again. I've got a VCR. I've got a Laserdisc player.
And something that I think is cool with this movie is, I think the premise only works with a VHS. Like if you like Austin said, if it was today, it'd be like a bootleg Blu-ray. It's just I don't know. There's something about VHS that lends itself to
It needs to
horror.
be
Well,
an
that's
analog. It needs to be an analog format.
Yeah.
that's part of what's funny about Rings is they're like texting each other the video and stuff. Like
Oh
it's
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because that could be really creepy with analog formats, just the way that you could tape over things and you could have like a stretch of nothing and then suddenly something would happen. And like with as much as you're afforded with digital formats, there's actually kind of some limitations with it. Because if you sit there and you're just looking at a blank screen for a while, you just click to the next chapter and you'd have to fast forward with the VHS, and that could be even creepier when something finally shows up, but it's in fast motion. And the same was
Mhm.
true, and I guess this is a digital format, but different than having everything on MP3 downloads and stuff. But like CDs were like this too, where you'd have like secret zero tracks and. Or you'd have a track that has like 10 minutes of silence after the song is done, and then you're waiting around to see what is going to be at the end of this track that is still going for some reason, and then there'd be a secret track in that. So like, and you could do stuff like that with records too, I guess. But anyway, I'm just saying some of these old video formats, there were a lot of ways to hide things and have secrets and do a lot of creepy, weird things.
Mhm.
Although it would be really funny if it was a laser disc in this movie. Can you imagine just the characters lugging around a giant laser disc?
That'd be so good.
Oh, we gotta flip to the other side.
You get halfway through the creepy thing that's maybe going to kill you, and then all you have to do is just not flip it, and then you're fine.
Well, no, see,
Yeah,
Cap, if you only watch side A, you live 14 days. But if you watch both sides, then it's 7 days.
Oh,
Oh,
they give you
so I
more
feel like you should
time
get
for
more
watching
time if
less.
you. Yeah, I
God,
feel like you should get more
and
time for watching more of it.
and for that I give you 100. Okay, well somehow we need another 15-minute preamble. Let's go ahead and watch the movie. Austin, I'm scared. Are you scared?
I used to be.
Yeah, how did you cure yourself of this? Did you just watch enough horror that you got desensitized, or was it watching
I think
this
yeah, I just.
specifically, or
Well, I think yeah, I just watched enough horror and then like had to kind of ease back into it, and it still was like an uncomfortable first watch, but then like just over time, I've conditioned myself.
you just had to keep going into the fire? It's like
Yeah,
how
what's
you
like
cure
becoming
yourself of any
immune to
phobia.
something. Yeah, it's like where you inject yourself with, like a little bit of AIDS until eventually you're immune to it. It's like it's just that's how you do it.
Right, that was exactly the analogy that came to me too.
Mm.
Just exactly what I thought. Of course. Daniverse makes a good point. He says VHS also has a lot of static, which is super freaky if you're not prepared for it. Yeah, that's right. Well, speaking of freaky
Yeah,
static,
no,
let's do
exactly.
it. Here we go. So again, blind watch. Have not prepared for this, and again, I haven't seen this in a long time, so there's a lot I won't remember. But it'll be interesting to see how much comes back to me. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. So I guess
The main thing I remember.
that this makes Austin the expert here. For
Yeah.
a movie
When
that
I
he used to be
rewatched
too
this in the
scared
summer.
to watch. I just think that's hilarious. Sorry,
The
John.
main thing I remember from when this movie was coming out is I was too young to see it, but old enough to kind of hear the buzz around it. You know, the videotape, the 7 days was everywhere. Everyone was, making referencing it or making fun of it in some way. Um, and then I think it's Scary Movie 3 parodies this, and that's probably
Yep.
my first experience with this.
I even struggled with Scary Movie 3 at the time. And I could
Wow.
watch that, but I was like, I don't like this part when it's, the girl.
I so Austin, to your point, I actually had that with Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. I saw that when I was younger, or when it first
Mhm.
came out, and the first zombie that you see is just like a little girl, but she's missing like her lips and her mouth is all messed
Oh
up,
yeah, I
and it
remember
freaked
that.
me out. I had to fast forward past that scene for years because there's just like a mental block in my head.
Austin, this opening scene has that green tint like the start of my movie.
That's true. Well, and
And The
I'd have to go
Matrix.
back, but I've heard that I guess it's more green now, like in other releases. Well, it used to be more blue, so it might have like more of a
Just like
Matrix
The
thing.
Matrix? Seriously?
But I've heard people talk about that, but I haven't seen any like actual side by side images, so I don't like I've never actually seen it, but
She would be
possibly.
really. This girl would be really good at campfire ghost stories.
And then she saw the hook.
So, Austin, I want to keep psychoanalyzing you for a minute. Do you think if you had seen the movie in full, you would maybe still have that? Or do you think it's just because that movie hit you out of context?
I think it's just that I saw it out of context, like way too young. Yeah, because I don't know if I mentioned an age, but I was like 5'6",
Hold on,
so
can
it
we
was
stop
like,
everything for a minute? She just
yeah.
said it was something else. Oh my god, what an unfortunate coincidence. No, she's trying to scare Austin.
I watched this crazy video, One Girl, One Well. If you don't want to see it, it kills you.
Um,
Yeah?
Sorry, I lost my thought there. It's interesting that the way this is kind of structured, like Scream, where you have the kind of cold opening that sets up what you're in for.
Oh, this opening is so
That's
post-Scream?
what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. It feels really influenced by that.
Which is funny, because, like, we might even be past Scream 3 at this point, aren't we, John?
Yeah, yeah, just barely though,
Oh, okay.
because that's 2000 or 2001.
Like complete with a phone call and everything.
Mm-hmm. What's your
Even
favorite VHS tape?
even some of the framing is reminding me of the opening scene in Scream.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like the way they come down the hallway, just where this camera's placed. Kind of similar.
And I know I've seen The Ring too, but I don't remember anything that happened in it.
And I've never seen The Ring 2.
And it's just the pizza guy. You can't find their house. Oh, it's her mom. My idea's better.
I'm trying to deliver you delicious, greasy pizza. Where is your home?
What do you mean it's on street, not terrace? Why didn't you write street?
You could have put that in the special instructions at the very least. That juice looks so watered down.
So you guys know horror a lot better than I do. Is there is there kind of a standard device here where you have like a double fake out and then the third thing has to be the real thing? Is that kind of a typical horror movie thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely stuff that does that.
I feel like that's more common after, like, say, Scream. If you're just looking at like
I was gonna say
late 80s.
before.
See, I feel like before it's just the one.
That's what I
No, but you'd
was
also have a lot of.
gonna ask you.
You'd
Is
have a lot of like the
one versus
you're
two.
walking around and then like somebody pops up and it's like, oh, I'm your friend. What's like? Sorry to bump into you,
Yeah.
and kind of carry that along.
I feel like we'd also be remiss if we didn't mention that the first commercial horror film to really popularize static as a creepy thing is Poltergeist. So like this is definitely looking at that too.
Oh, okay.
Because Poltergeist has the ghosts that speak to you through the TV static.
Mm-hmm.
That's like in a dark room where the TV is the only thing illuminating the room.
You're just missing the she's here.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how it would have turned out, Austin, but I do kind of wish that Verbinski had done The Grudge. I think that would have been cool.
I mean, it would have been a lot cooler than the Grudge that they did make.
Yeah.
My mind was so completely blown when I found out that that's who made this movie, because I did not know that, and I cannot get my head around him doing anything that doesn't just have like huge set pieces and explosions every 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, well, and it's like you can tell like when you're thinking about it because it's like a lot of those weirder, darker moments in his Pirates movies and like Lone Ranger and whatnot is this kind of brand of spookiness in this movie.
That's true. You can tell that he's got kind of a penchant for horror in his action stuff.
Yeah. Nicholas Bodo asked you and I, Austin, if we've seen the original version of The Ring and which version do you think is better. We mentioned this a little bit, but we've both seen Ringu, I'm pretty sure, and I think we're on the same page. We prefer this version.
Yeah, and I've only seen the original once, but I did find myself preferring this one. But the best Ring movie is obviously Rings.
I mean, that's just true. That or The Grudge versus The Ring.
That's a good one too. I
remember
when I
this
saw
kid
that
being
in the
really
theater. Oh yeah, this kid is pretty good.
We had a couple of people last week, Austin, that just kept asking if we were watching this or Ringu, and I was like, if we were gonna do Ringu, we would have said Ringu.
Mm-hmm.
Like which
That is
ring?
true.
I'm like, I wouldn't have said the ring if we were doing if we were doing the Japanese version.
Well, and you and I have been talking about doing a commentary on this, like almost as long as I've been on the channel. We've been
Yeah.
talking about doing this for a long time.
That's a lot of why I went ahead and put it on the list.
Mm-hmm. I wish that schedule in the background was my schedule. Just go outside, enjoy trees, take a break, rest. There's like all different forms of relaxing.
Well, that's what you needed, Austin, after you were
Yeah.
traumatized by this movie.
Exactly. I
That
have a
was your
morning
schedule
meeting.
for weeks after that when your mother took you to a therapist that recommended just constant recess.
When the therapist was like, "Let's look at the drawings that he drew," and it was just a bunch of people in graves.
Draven says that we should see how insane the Japanese Ring movies get as they go. I'd like to see the sequels at some point.
Yeah, same.
I think Scream Factory also has I think it's just a Blu-ray, but a set of the Ringu movies. But I'd want to watch them before I just buy them.
No, that's fair. Nicholas Bodo also says, I heard that A Cure for Wellness by Gore Verbinski is incredibly disturbing. I haven't seen that one yet. I know Connor was like, you have to see it. You'll really like it. So at some point, I will
I didn't know that
check
was
that
something
out.
either. I keep hearing that title and not even knowing what kind of movie it is. I just know that people like. I didn't even realize that was a horror film. I had no idea what kind of movie that was.
I think it is. I think it's like a horror film in like a hospital or like an asylum or something. I'm not really sure.
Have you seen this actress in anything else?
Naomi Watts? Oh yeah. She's like a pretty prolific actress through the
Well, I
2000s.
know that name. That you say that. What else do I know her
She's
as?
Mhm.
she's in King Kong, isn't she? The Peter Jackson
I've
one.
never
Yeah,
seen that.
she's the main character in the Peter Jackson King Kong.
I've definitely seen her in other things. Now that you say that.
And then she's in Mulholland Drive, which is fantastic.
But she was Connor's fan cast for Sue Storm for like the newest FF. I remember he would talk about that every now and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have been good casting.
I could see that.
A little younger, she would
I
have been
had
good for
forgotten
Lucy
that
too.
the yeah, yeah. I forgot that the girl at the beginning is actually related. That's the cousin that they're talking about.
Yeah, no, that's what kicks off Naomi Watts looking into this.
I either missed that the last time I watched this or forgot. I don't know which.
Why do people in movies start looking for the clothes they need after they're not wearing clothes?
Uh, you don't do that?
I guess it's because you thought you knew where it was.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say why do they start looking for their clothes or like start getting dressed like at the last possible second, so it's like a rush.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
But she's also
Uh,
very disorganized.
yeah.
That's true. That revealed something about her character.
Yeah, and the boy was like,
That's
I've gotten
storytelling.
everything ready
Oh,
for
Lord.
you, mother.
Roboter says this film has the filter over it that gives it that kind of dark, damp, dreary feeling. I really like how this movie looks.
Mm-hmm. This movie looks great.
I think that's something that we immediately lose when they come back to do The Ring 2.
Yeah, Rings also does not look like this.
Um, Somebody mentioned it, but I don't see it now. But I forgot. One thing I do remember though is the big CGI deer scene because they sold that movie real hard on that.
Oh yeah.
I guess they were trying to recapture like the horse from this one.
Probably.
When I remember the just general somberness of this, making it feel a little bit more like a uh, classic horror film that's not as dated, not as schlocky. So it's kind of interesting that it opens with a scene that looks a little bit more typical for this period for like slashers or something. And I don't, maybe that's just to kind of get you off the scent.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, why do movie characters never scrape their plates off in the trash can before putting it in the sink?
Well, they have
I've
garbage
seen
disposals.
people do that.
Why do people outside of movies do that?
Because they're crazy. And I can't even say it's a garbage disposal thing, because I've never even seen a garbage disposal.
You don't have a garbage disposal?
No, I've never seen anyone that has that. Maybe we just don't have them in Canada.
Maybe not. Weird.
My grandpa had one, but
Oh
even
my
with
God.
that, it.
I've only
I'm
seen
scared.
garbage disposals in horror movies where you like shove someone's hand in.
You guys are blowing my
My
mind right
grandpa
now.
had one.
Like,
But...
I don't scrape whole plates into the garbage disposal, but like, there's certain things that those are more okay with it than others that
That at
you
least
put
makes sense.
down.
It's a garbage disposal. Like, I've seen people just do that into the sink.
Oh, that's weird. No, I assume they must have a garbage disposal if they're doing that. And we've talked about this for an absurd amount of time.
No, people are riveted. They're like, yes, we need more sink discussions on Geekvolution.
Isn't it H2O that has that famous scene where somebody keeps putting their hand in the garbage disposal and you're waiting for Michael Myers to turn it on and it never happens?
Yes.
Or is that a different? I think it's H2O.
Yeah, it's
Maybe,
H2O.
yeah. I know there's a bit with it in Halloween Ends where Michael like flips the switch and starts putting her hand into it.
I forgot.
Austin, we just watched that
movie
movie a few weeks ago.
This guy is.
I know, but it sucks.
This guy's a good actor who I've seen in 2 or 3 things, but he's a crypto freak in like the worst first season Smallville episode. Do you hear that, John?
Oh no.
He's not the bug guy, is
No,
he?
he's the telekinetic artist.
Oh, now that you say that, I can see it.
Yep, that's who that is. Just imagine this guy's voice saying Chloe.
Yeah. So fun. It's funny because just last week, Robert and I, or Friday, Robert and I did, or last Friday, Robert and I did Saw 2 and 10, and the woman that marries Lex and then leaves him on the plane to crash, is in Saw 2.
Oh, really? Helen?
Yeah, yeah.
What's because
yes, Draven,
horror
Adam Brody,
post Scream, horror post Scream is just get as many CW actors as you can.
Well, what it usually means is you're shooting in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
This may not be.
Well, it
I'm
just
not
became
sure,
like,
but that's what that usually means.
it just became like a big like kind of TV teen actor thing through this period. You get like Katie Cassidy's in like every horror movie remake in the 2000s.
She's in
What's
a lot
her
of
face?
them.
Killer Frost is in a lot of them too.
To be fair, though, I like them in those movies, even if the movie's bad.
Well, it's just like a thing is like for like a while, you get like a lot of TV actors.
I'm watching TV. I'm watching the TV. There's nothing on it. I know. I'm watching it.
Stop mothering me. I'm trying to watch the TV.
We all process grief in different ways.
Do you guys ever just go through all your pictures and just with a black marker like paint over your face?
Can't say that I have.
Just when I want people to think I'm a crazy person.
I just do
I
it
do,
so that
however,
if I die, people will come in and be like, "Oh, what does this mean?"
Really, like, if I have a friend that I don't like anymore and he just won't leave me alone anymore, I just start scratching out faces and then, hope that'll creep him out enough. He'll just stop coming over.
Oh, see, with that, I just like glue a picture of Kurt Russell over them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, those like whole pictures of me where it's like me and 8 Kurt Russells.
Austin, you could show up tomorrow with that actually having done that, and I wouldn't be surprised.
It's been so long since I've seen this. I'm struggling to want to talk over it.
I mean, it's the type of movie that's just kind of engrossing. Where you're like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Well, that's the other thing that makes it feel kind of classic, right? Is it takes more of a mystery approach. Whereas,
What's
a
that
lot of
like
this is her
Candyman
investigating
thing?
something.
Yeah, that should just be like its own subgenre where it's white woman investigating mysterious supernatural horror thing because there's a lot of that.
This, Austin, to your point, this would make a really interesting double feature with Candyman.
Oh, this would be a great double feature with Candyman.
Sure. I've seen that too, John.
It's a good movie.
You should have killed me when you had the chance, John.
But yeah, like usually that would put this more in the category of thriller, but it's still a straight up horror movie, mostly just because of what the threat is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and there are movies that I would classify as horror that get thrown under the thriller just to so people don't have to acknowledge that they're horror films.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, sometimes I think if the thing is like smarter than your average, again, schlocky horror movie, people want to call it thriller so that you're not expecting something more over the top than what it is.
Yeah, it became like the other day when we were talking about the graphic novel thing, where I was saying that like it feels like a way of being like I'm not reading a comic book.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of feel.
No, that's a good point.
And now we have it with the term elevated horror that people throw around.
Oh,
I hate that term so much.
I've not heard that.
Yeah, where they'll go like, oh, I like elevated horror, that's like more dramatic and good.
But there is still a big difference between something like this and A Silence of the Lambs, even though they've got some things in common. So like that's not straight up horror. That is more of a thriller.
So I would say that's just a horror.
Would you?
Yeah, I've always said that's a horror movie that people don't want to acknowledge as one.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah, that's kind of always what I've had.
Are these all fake movies?
I was just trying to look. I was trying to read some of the titles, but it went by so fast.
Something called like The Snowman or Snow something.
Oh no, they predicted the Fassbender movie.
Austin, I didn't get a good look at the title, but there's one of those that looks like it's designed to look like the Ghostbusters VHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like black with the red lines and the white text.
Oh, nice. It's Jurassic Busters.
This would make a great video game, though.
Oh my god, they used the Say Cheese and Die camera.
I loved that book when I was a kid. I don't think I've ever seen if they adapted that in the show. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh yeah, they did that and one of the sequels.
Okay,
I actually watched
that's cool.
The first one of those with Mikey just last week because he hadn't.
Is that show streaming?
What's that?
Is that streaming, the original Goosebumps?
No, but somebody's got all of it on YouTube in decent quality.
Of course. I always forget to check YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's got a lot of stuff that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I'm like it's
But
not
watch the
it's
tape.
not official, but it's not been taken down, and it's decent transfers.
This adaptation of Absolute Green Lantern is weird. No, John, if you were to make a the Ring game now, it would be something similar to like a Resident Evil 7 where they have like the videotape sections.
Yeah.
That could be neat.
I was thinking a mix of that and the Silent Hill 2 remake, which is more puzzle focused.
Yeah, I know. I was more so thinking of like the video thing where like you put in the tapes and then you like experience that like where you play through them.
Mm-hmm. Who directed this videotape?
Well, it's more of a question of who edited it, John. It's pretty clearly a lot of different images made by different people. If you had a real keen
No,
eye, you'd know
no.
that.
This is just your average David Lynch movie.
That's true. The problem is we just don't have the sound for context.
Yeah, I hear if you watch any David Lynch film, he calls you up and is like, "In 7 days, I will destroy you," and then in 7 days, you die.
Boy, that explains the experience I had with Blue Velvet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Precisely.
Don't pick up the phone. I also think the tape in Lost is looking at this movie. I don't know if you guys watched any of that show, but
No.
there's a thing
I've only seen it all the way through once, but
there's
I
a thing
vaguely
with
remember that.
Dharma that's like a initiation tape that's like missing things and is weirdly edited, and there's a lot of clues, ostensibly anyway, about what's just weird things happening on the island that you're supposed to piece together.
Mm-hmm. Do you think if you don't answer the phone, she just never shows up?
No, it just goes to voicemail,
Yeah,
and it's
I always
like
wondered
in
that too,
7
John.
days, but please call me back.
Where it's like, does answering the phone trigger it, or would it happen anyway? Where it's just a convenience call, really, like just letting you know what will happen, but it would happen even if she didn't tell you that.
It's a killer ghost, but it's a polite killer ghost.
You kind of have that with the kid where she picks up the phone and is like, "Leave us alone," and hangs it up instead of like properly, answering it. That's probably the closest you get.
She's just letting you know what the rules are.
If you did it now, she would send you a cameo.
Oh no.
Just like, "Hey guys, just to let you know, in 7 days you're gonna die."
Somebody should make a parody of Cameo. That's just like a YouTube channel that's just a bunch of cameos by the Ring Girl.
Yes. And it's just the same video except they changed the name.
So now there's all these weird pictures of you now where your face is all deformed and scrunched in. Just thought I'd tell you why.
What's wrong with your face?
Blocking. That man just got on his mark. I saw this in the theater with the girl I was dating in high school, and it scared her a lot more than it did me. Even though I was also somewhat scared, but she was very scared.
They're like, "I'm tougher than you."
Not really, it just bothered her for some reason. She actually liked
To be
horror stuff a
fair-
lot more than I did, I think.
Oh, that's weirder that she was scared.
Yeah,
Scared.
I think. I don't know. It's been 23 years.
See, if I were a single mom though, and I watched the videotape and I was gonna die, I would also make sure that my ex/baby daddy would watch it too.
We learn a lot of things on this Mania, on these Manias about you, Austin, that most people would just keep to themselves.
Like, yeah, we're learning a lot about me. Like like I'm ugly.
Well, the main thing that springs to mind is that whole thing about carving messages into women's arms. There was that whole thing. In fact, I plan to bring that up out of context every chance I get now.
You should.
I think everyone should know that Austin would like to do this to people.
Yeah, put that out as a short.
Nicholas says seems
Oh,
like a
Austin and
decent
I
date
approve this
movie,
message.
and I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or not.
No, I think genuinely it would be a good date movie.
Yeah, it would have to be a person that likes this sort of thing, of course. It wouldn't be a good date movie for me and my wife. She'd be like, "Why did you make me watch that?" Because she doesn't like.
And then
movies
you'd go 7 days, and then you'd run away.
But see, John, one of the reasons that I look at something like Silence of the Lambs and say thriller over horror is anything that my wife actually really enjoyed that is in the horror category. I have a hard time not thinking, well, this must be a thriller because Sarah liked it.
No, that's fair. And it's, I don't begrudge anyone who says it's a thriller. It's just, for me, it is firmly in the horror camp.
No, I don't even know that you're wrong. Like, I can kind of see it both ways.
Mm-hmm. I like to imagine the modern day version of this, but the ghost can't get through the call filter apps that we have now.
Yeah, it's like possible spams. You're like, I'm not answering this. Or, like some people have where like you call somebody and it's like please state your name and the reason you are calling, and then we will patch you through. Like it's one of those numbers too.
Yeah. That was the most dramatic deleting of a voicemail I've ever seen.
It was. See, she did leave a voicemail. They didn't answer it. She left a message.
Next, she's gonna take a potato chip and
If
eat
you
it.
did it. If you did it now, I was not expecting that. If you did it now, it wouldn't even be a phone call, it'd be text. It would come up on your phone and be like, "You're gonna die in 7 days," and then you'd be like, "Oh, I got the spam text," and then you're dead.
It'll be like 7 days BRB.
It insists on the phone call, but it can't get through the call filter.
Or it makes the mistake
No, I
of
just
trying
like the idea
to
that it
use...
sends you cameos.
It makes the mistake of trying to call you on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. Well, during the next
FaceTime
Captain
too.
Logan show, where Cap's gonna get a Facebook call that just says 7 days and then hangs up.
I think it was a thread. I think John's gonna do that to you.
It'll just interrupt
I'll
one of our
forget that
shows. It'll be through Discord. You're like, how did you even get in this group chat?
Oh, I want to see that one where it texts you on like Discord, but it's not like words. It just sends a GIF that says 7 days.
That's impossible. Wow, we went hard on the decor with this set.
Oh yeah, this guy lives in a crazy house
Wow.
or apartment, I guess.
She really just walked right into an X-Files episode. And I know I say that
he
a
lives-
lot, but like this guy seems like an X-Files character.
He lives in the same place as Jeff Goldblum in The Fly.
Yeah. He's the other Fly.
Hmm. He's pretty fly for a ring guy.
She's really lucky she just met this media expert.
Well, no, this is her baby daddy.
Oh, well, she's lucky that that guy is media expert. That's even more lucky.
Hmm.
Well, he probably knows how to use his own equipment better than you. It's just a notion.
Yeah, that's what they're always doing, thinking they know better.
That's why Austin likes to carve things. And, well, never mind. I'll stop bringing that up.
No, you sexist. I wasn't saying women. I was saying journalists.
That's why you want to carve things into journalists.
Yeah.
Why are you talking so loud? There's only 3 of you in this room.
Talking loud is how you make it seem like you're not cheating on your girlfriend. You just talk
I
really
was gonna say,
loud
that's
to throw
clearly
off
his
suspicion.
That's clearly his nervous quirk.
I mean, do you want me to show the tape to your girlfriend so she also dies in 7 days?
For a second, I thought they were doing an improv exercise where they could only speak in questions. So, like, even after that, I still find her pretty likable.
That's just relatable to me. This is just my childhood. See my parents interact.
But she's got a point. She's not just being whiny. She's not just being unreasonable.
Mm-hmm. No, Naomi Watts is a good actress too. So like, even if that were the case, like, she plays it well.
She would be elevating the material. There's just an intensity behind her. She seems like the kind of actress that should have had her own TV show.
She looks like the type of woman that would fall in love with a big ape.
Look, these casting people are geniuses, man. They can see that from a mile away.
Yeah, sometimes you just see a woman and you're like,
see,
I see
Austin,
it.
now I just want to watch King Kong.
So do I. That's a great movie. Especially if you have a free 4 hours to watch it. But it is great.
You know, the way to put people at ease that are in mental institutions is to wear smiley faces all over your shirt.
Mm-hmm. Like the comedian.
That makes everybody feel better. Because we know the comedian was really good at that.
Well, he was like the original Patch Adams.
So I pulled up Naomi Watts to see what she's been in. And Cap, you've seen Birdman, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
She's
forgot
in
she
that.
was in Birdman.
Yeah, I forgot that too.
She's one of the main actresses in it too, yeah.
I've been meaning to go back to
I
that
haven't seen that,
recently
so.
because I've only seen that a couple times and it's been forever.
Yeah, I've only seen it once when it came out.
I reviewed that with Tim Lyons when it came out. I also feel like playing this whole thing as an investigation and as a mystery makes it feel kind of Stephen King-ish. This could have easily been a King premise.
Yeah, I wonder when I eventually get to it if the book will kind of feel like that.
Yeah. I've always liked the idea of kind of ancient mystical things being brought into present day technology. You know, the idea that you can kind of turn anything into a magical artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember, hey, Cap, you remember that episode of Buffy when the demon gets in the computer?
Remind me.
Oh,
That's season 1. It's not a good episode, but where the demon like gets in the computer and like starts like tries to like befriend Willow.
Yeah, I don't even really remember that. I have the same thing with Buffy that I have with TNG, where I just barely ever go back to season 1.
Season 1, I kind of just hit the big main episodes.
Which is funny because it's short.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, isn't that only like a couple
Yeah,
episodes?
It's only 12, 13
12.
episodes. That you got a half season.
Yeah.
Although for I don't want to say filler, but you know the one-off episodes, I do really like the one where Xander gets possessed by the hyena. That's really funny.
Oh my god, this is impossible. I was kind of thought a sequel would do some kind of crazy nonsense where you get where like the protagonist of the movie gets sucked into the tape. You like you go the other way.
Well, now I'm just imagining like the Jumanji reboots, but like instead of like the board game where you get sucked into a video game, but it's with like the videotape.
I don't even know how you'd have a story there because there's like so little actually happening in the tape. Like,
When you're just living like 2-second increments, or would it be like a world?
it'd be a bunch of
Well,
really short
I mean-
Groundhog Days where you're like, well, I'm at this lighthouse. That just keeps.
Well, it sounds
It's on a 5-second loop. I don't know.
like what you're pitching is that video game Austin was telling us about, where she created like her own Matrix world and just be in.
Oh,
the
I
videotape.
guess that's true.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, and that was off camera. That's I think it was the Dreamwave. It's the Ring Terrors realm.
No, they were thinking that. No, that's exactly that kind of idea.
Hmm.
Where it's like if you could, like, lock a person or a soul or whatever in that, and they could, like, see the outside world from the inside, then you could maybe make a whole world out of it. You know what you'd need for that, though, Austin? Your
What's
VHS
that?
would have to be on long play.
Oh.
Draven says that 2 is just a run-of-the-mill possession movie.
Oh,
I'm
that's
guessing.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's because I know Naomi Watts comes back, and I think the kid does. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
guessing
both
it's
do.
like the kid getting possessed by.
Which is funny because that's kind of what Rings. Well, not kind of. That's what Rings is building to. It's like that's funny if that's already just what 2 is.
Well, I think it's sad if they both come back and it's not shot with any sense of style, the way you
Mhm.
guys
Yeah.
were describing it.
When is it the Ring 2 where they get the original Japanese director to do the sequel, or is that The Grudge? But it's one of them.
Oh no, we're coming up on the horse part.
No, it is The Ring too.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
I
I
also
don't know
didn't
anything
realize
about The
that's
Grudge
the
too.
film debut of Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I didn't know that
I
either.
didn't either. Well,
Weird.
I'm getting that movie because Scream Factory insists upon only releasing them as a trilogy, so maybe I'll watch it.
I was gonna say, I don't
Scream
think I'm gonna-
Factory is just like, we need you to see Rings. We need to put it out as a pack.
I don't think I'm gonna do what I did with 28 Days Later the other day, and watch the sequel immediately after this. I don't think I'm.
Well, no,
gonna
you
No,
should
I
watch
don't think you
Rings.
would. I don't think you would like it. just on your own either.
The sound effect that they play every time it starts a new day is like really loud.
You know, John, you're watching it with headphones. You could just turn it down
It's true.
if
You
it's too
right.
loud. You have the power.
It's not too loud. It's just it surprised me because I never expected it.
This movie make my ears hurt.
Whoa.
That is a sign that you're doomed.
He's becoming Bagul.
He got digitized. Why can't you say digitized? Because it's not a digital format. He got VHS tapeified.
Yeah, when you're talking about sound effects, John, I thought you were going to talking about the like ringing noise it makes when the tape is on.
No, there's like a sound that plays every time it comes up with a new day that started.
Why would you sneak up on a person like that?
Because it's funny.
It's a horror film for us, not this lady. Like,
To be fair, she is a babysitter that's just asleep watching Static. She deserved to be scared.
that's a good point. She really set herself up for failure.
Yeah, like, and she's getting paid after that.
And for that, I give you 100.
Her first mistake was volunteering to be a babysitter in a horror film.
No, she's lucky that's all that's going to happen to her.
I had to babysit once. This just reminded me of that because you said for that I give you 100. And he was like, "Oh, here's like the money for babysitting, and then here's money for a cab. Actually, I'll just give you a ride." But he still gave me the money for a cab. And I was like, "Oh, sweet! I got paid like a ton for doing nothing."
That's awesome. I never noticed that flying saucer lamp is so cool.
It was cool.
Where like the beam is the stand, and then it's got toy dinosaurs in front of it, so it looks like it's beaming toy dinosaurs up. That kid's
What
got
killed
a
the
cool
dinosaurs?
room.
The UFOs.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
I hate when that happens.
Ugh.
Now, Cap, imagine this, but if there was a brick tied to the end of it.
Well, I was gonna say at least she didn't have to like fly all the way to the sun to get over it, because that's what Superman had to do.
The only way I can stop this videotape from killing me is if I fly to the sun.
Well, I guess he didn't fly to the sun, but he flight out into space.
Yeah, he flew like upwards, up an atom.
In the theater, I expected like a message on the other end of it. So, well, this is the worst fortune cookie experience. You got to have that.
That was a
sequence moment.
That was like a Nightmare on Elm Street or scared Bart Simpson waking up shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's interesting how this movie does kind of rely on some of the tropes, but it doesn't feel tired.
It also helps put you in her head that like you don't know you're a dream in that moment. Like it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Like discombobulating.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what Verbinski's Nightmare on Elm Street looks like.
Probably really dirty and gross.
Well, and also those images are so bored into her head, and we don't know exactly how this thing works. and so
Hmm.
like that dream is probably more than a dream. Like her mind is processing that.
Hmm.
And also, John, I think when it goes to those tropes, part of the reason it doesn't bother us is again we're just with her. I just like this character.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, she went into the ring terror's realm.
Now, she was an idiot for leaving that out.
Yes.
Am I wrong? Like that kid was just able to get his hands on that tape. I mean, that's like leaving out a loaded gun.
I mean, she probably would do that too. At least we know she like is an irresponsible parent.
Hmm.
We had all these other VHS tapes, and this is what he watched in the middle of the night.
Well, and I like that guy kind of comes around on his own and figures out that, oh, maybe there's something to what she's saying. She doesn't have to like keep beating him over the head with it.
And that part's also revealed that he's the kid's dad. Like we've kind of been hinting at it throughout the movie.
Oh, I guess I forgot about that. That we weren't supposed to quite know yet.
Yeah, I think there's a part where the kid's like, "Oh, I think is that my dad?" And she's like, "No."
This is pretty fly on the wall where there's not a lot of like forced exposition and dialogue. That's one of the things
Hmm.
that makes it feel smarter than the advertising might have led you to believe.
Well, you know what separates it from the regular like fly on the wall movies is you can pull that fly right off your TV screen. But no, you are right about that.
Breaking new ground.
It's the 4D experience.
And like this guy could have easily just been awful,
Hmm.
and he's got a decent amount of depth to him as well.
Yeah, especially because it's like they are young parents, so it's like I can kind of buy that this is how they went. Like I said, their kind of like weird relationship I find kind of relatable.
So we're talking over this, maybe I missed something, but I feel like the kid watching the tape is a little bit contrived. Like, what was even his motivation for turning that on?
Well, he's
Uh,
like got like The Shining or whatever, so he's got like a weird,
Austin, do you want to be sued? He's got the
possibly
shinning.
psychic. Sorry, yeah, he's got The Shining. He's got like some sort of like weird psychic connection thing that kind of draws him to it.
Okay. That's also a trope, John.
It
It's
is.
true. That's part of what makes it feel Stephen
Stephen
King-y.
King-ish, yeah. Because you've got the kid, like, and King doesn't do this as much, but in horror movies, I feel like we either have the super genius kid, or we have the kid that's got the sixth sense that can see things that adults can't see.
Mhm.
When somebody earlier asked if we thought that the kid was like if they were looking at The Sixth Sense, but I've never seen it, so I can't really speak to that. But
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Well, and
But yeah,
it would have still been in people's minds, like that was only 3 or 4 years before this, but old enough
mhm.
that they could have been influenced by it.
well, and Shyamalan was thrown around as the next Spielberg at the time. Like he was like a giant deal.
Yeah. And this also feels like a Shyamalan premise.
Sure.
But yeah, that is. I agree with you though on King. I like that a lot of his kid characters just feel like people, and occasionally you'll get a superpowered one like Danny, or he wrote that book, The Institute, a few years ago that I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, the girl from Firestarter.
Yeah. But even then, I mean, I haven't read the book, but I watched the original movie recently, and like she's got powers, but she's at least in the movie still feels like just a kid
Oh yeah,
that's in over her head.
absolutely.
And my only experience with Firestarter is the remake.
Oh, it
Oh no,
sucks. I'm so
so
sorry.
boring.
Read the book; it's fantastic.
Look, I can see it right there, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm reading The Stand right now. That's really good.
That wants a TV miniseries before it wants a movie, and I think it's sad that we haven't.
I have that with a lot of King's stuff. I wish with the current like climate, I wish we just greenlight more miniseries and less movies.
Well, that book opens with you have this father and daughter that were experimented on, and they're on the run now from the institution that did it to them, and you could just see the kind of road trip premise in serialized television.
Yeah. I'm glad you're liking The Stand, Austin. That's probably my favorite book by him.
Yeah, it's really good so far.
It's just not a priority to reread a lot because it's like 7,000 pages long.
Yeah, especially now that they have like the extended version. I don't know which one you read, but
I've read the it's like 1,100 pages.
yeah, I think that's the extended.
Nicholas Bodo asked me if I've seen The Long Walk, and he said it was great. I have. I loved it.
Yeah, The Long Walk's really good.
Yeah, Austin, this is one of the big things that really stuck with me from this because I had never been scared by a panicked horse. You know, like this movie just made that visceral,
Mm-hmm.
and I like putting the camera underneath it.
Yeah, we get like real under it, and just how quick we're cutting around too.
And of course, just a real cool, unusual area for a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've got this like venerable action director, shooting a scene like this that like you need a Verbinski to pull off a thing like this in a movie that otherwise doesn't have a lot of this.
Mm-hmm. No, very true. And the way this scene ends is also probably the most it's pushing PG-13.
Mm-hmm. I always forget this is PG-13. That's crazy. Oh.
No, because it doesn't feel like it. Like, there are horror movies that are PG-13 that feel very watered down. And this does not have that. This is also just sad.
It is,
seeing this
yeah.
horse. I like that.
You just wince when it hits the side.
Mm-hmm.
Who scored this?
I saw somebody in the chat earlier say, like, mention Zimmer, but I don't know if they were just talking about Zimmer or if he
music by Hans Zimmer.
It is Zimmer.
There you go.
This is some real Hitchcocky stuff in that last scene.
Well, I find a lot of my favorite Zimmer work is in Verbinski's stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Also,
you know how much I love that Lone Ranger
Does
score.
he do the Pirates movies?
Yeah, it's so good. Sorry, what, John?
Does he do the Pirates movies?
So I think he does one track on the first one. Like,
Yep.
he's like a helping out composer, and then he does the sequels up till 4.
Okay. Because Pirates, some of the music in that sticks with me, especially that like main theme.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's done by somebody else, but he adds some stuff in the sequels that's really good.
Okay. I want to watch
And then,
that
yeah, his
trilogy
Lone Ranger
again.
theme is great.
His single best track in his entire career is the Lone Ranger movie.
Oh, I still got to see that.
Which is bizarre, because that is such a flawed movie.
Well, it's funny. I had no interest in that movie when it was coming out, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then Austin watched it and was like, "This is great," and I was like, "Oh, I like that director. I guess I gotta watch this at some point."
But I didn't watch it because everybody hated it. Like I remember seeing reviews at the time where people were like, "This is the worst thing ever." And then I finally watched it and I was like, "Oh, this is just one of those examples where you really should just watch things for yourself and give it a shot."
Yeah, a few years ago I reviewed it, and I was telling Austin about it, and he went ahead and watched it. He was like, "What? This is good."
It's good.
No, it's basically his Pirates 4 just as a Western.
But
so it's got like some of those issues. Like it would have been
a little more boring than that, but yeah.
Fair enough. No, I do think it, to succeed, needed to be dialed back to like a Pirates 1. But
it's too
is
long
that his
in the
last
tooth, and it
movie?
is true that Johnny Depp takes over too much. But I never gave it enough credit for how much the story really is the Lone Ranger story. It's just kind of more on paper than in practice. Like, really paying attention to what's happening in that movie. Like, yeah, the arc is his, but Depp really takes it over.
That's part of what makes it feel like it's the next Pirates movie, is that Jack's getting like more, the fan favorite treatment as it's going along, and it just kind of continues that, even though it's a different character. But like,
that's so weird.
You still have that, yeah.
But everything Tonto does in that is to facilitate the Lone Ranger.
Yep.
Oh, I totally forgot we were getting Brian Cox. Somebody even reminded us of that the other day, and I was not thinking about it.
Danny's good in this.
I don't know that I've ever not liked Brian Cox.
I think my favorite recent Brian Cox thing is that he was the host of that James Bond like reality game show, and he's the host of it. Yes, I think it's called like the Road. I don't know. It's like the Road to Bond or whatever. I don't remember, but it's like, they were like, "Hey, will you do this James Bond project?" And he was like, "Yes," thinking that they were asking him to be the villain of the next Bond movie. So he agreed to it and signed off, and he was the host of like a game show.
That's awesome, because I could have never seen him agreeing to do that.
No, he only agreed to it because he thought it was something else.
That's fantastic. I have to watch that. I have to find at least a sample.
Yeah, I've heard it's not great, but like, I imagine he's probably funny in it, because I have to imagine he's got like a bit of a like,
why am I here?
I'm doing this. Yeah.
That's the best. I hope he's just dripping with sarcasm in that.
He's pretty good in that Hannibal Lecter movie that he did. Oh, he's got the candy. He's
Manhunter.
got a hook like Candyman.
He just is
confirmed.
Yeah, Austin has brought up Manhunter like 9 times, and I still haven't seen it. I need to do that.
I have to keep doing it because I have to remind myself that I need to go watch it.
I thought you said
Austin, you should have put it on your list.
Have you not seen it?
I've not seen it. I've seen his like Brian Cox's scene as Hannibal Lecter, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. That must be.
Yeah, because he's really interesting compared to Hopkins, because they get a lot of the same dialogue, and it's like he plays it really fast, whereas Hopkins is very slow and deliberate.
Well, no, because if I watch this tape, then I'm going to die.
If I watch that tape, how am I going to make X-Men 2? And if I don't make X-Men 2, how will they continue to recast me with worse actors every time?
There are no exits that way, lady.
There are no videotapes that way, Naomi Watts.
Oh no, another dead end. She's like, no, watch the tape, and then if the phone rings, just don't answer it, and then we'll see what happens. How many horror movies have creepy empty swings? We've seen
Probably a lot.
at least 2 just in Spooky Mania.
There's probably one in every Nightmare on Elm Street.
Because we have one in Child's Play 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nicholas Bodo says Brian Cox as Logan Roy in Succession makes up for the bad striker actors. Let's not pave over the fact that he then plays a character named Logan.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that's what his name was in that show, but I've heard nothing but good things
Yeah, same here.
about that show.
Yeah.
I need to do that. But that would require us to commit to television, Austin.
It's true. I can't commit to anyone, let alone a long television series.
Okay, just sorry with what he's doing in the scene. I'm just flashing back to Ninja Turtles 2, where Donatello just keeps going disposed, disposed, disposed.
I'm imagining Donatello doing that because that's so dark. Because it was like conceived, miscarriage,
Miscarriage, yeah.
conceived, miscarriage,
He's
conceived,
disposed.
disposed, conceived, disposed. And then he turns and he goes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Donatello, you sick freak.
That scene always bothers me because the grammar makes no sense. Like, you say disposed of. Like, that's not a word you would ever use without preposition.
Donatello, you're supposed to be the smart one.
Well, no, it's the monitor he's reading it on. It's just
Oh, that's
ridiculous
right, okay.
that it says
It's been too long since I watched it.
listed with the canisters, and it just says disposed, and I'm like, word choice.
Well, maybe that's the real secret of the ooze, Cap.
That it was disposed.
That it was
Yeah.
disposed. Resolve the chord.
I am your family. I am disposed.
So I'm going to ask you guys this. Earlier, when we have that great shot that's flying overhead and we go past that lighthouse, is that supposed to be the lighthouse from the tape?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe's in
That's
there.
why she's come out here is because she realized this is the lighthouse.
Okay.
Robotus mentions the drawings, and now I'm wondering if the first season of Stranger Things was looking at this, because they do a lot of that, the drawing stuff.
That's true, but to be fair, that's also kind of a trope in horror things. With
That is true.
little kids that draw creepy pictures of
That is
things
true.
that the adults don't believe are real. Like,
I could see what
They do
Austin
look
is saying,
similar.
because some
Okay.
of that is because are you? It's been a minute since I watched season 1, but are you talking about 11? Does like the drawings?
Well, I was thinking of the mom, where she like draws out the map or whatever. Or is that in season
that's
2?
That's season 2, but she's
I
just
don't
drawing
know.
the town. But she's just drawing the town. She's not drawing like any.
I'm probably mixing up memories because it's been a long time since I've watched any of that show.
Yeah. We'll see how that final season goes.
Tobin Bell Pones comes in with $1.99. He says this movie doesn't suck.
yeah, he came
He
in
has
right at the end.
spoken.
Yeah.
That's true. It doesn't. Yeah, take that, Vince.
Oh, does Vince not like this movie?
No, go back to his old horror movie rewind. He hates this movie.
Oh no.
I don't remember why. We're all ganging up on you, Vince.
Yeah. Boom.
He's like, I don't even make videos anymore. What do I care?
I sleep in a ring-themed bed, do you? No, I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
So I know this is gonna sound ageist or whatever, but I feel like if she's the only doctor on the island, they probably need to find a new island or a new doctor, not a new island. They find a new
Gotta find a new island.
You know, a whole new island.
We're gonna leave you here because you're getting old. We're gonna go find a new island.
We're all gonna leave. We're gonna abandon you.
That's what the sequel is. There was a second island with a new doctor.
This is the island with the test footage.
Squeaky playground equipment is also a horror movie trope.
Yes.
Yeah, just rusty things.
If I had a dime for every time I watched a horror movie and you heard,
I think it's just Godzilla.
yes, that was the best Godzilla impression anybody's ever done.
I got that copy of -1 and I still haven't watched it. I need to watch that again.
It's so good.
That's great.
Oh, so you have seen it?
I mean,
You haven't seen it again.
I've seen it. I just haven't. I actually own it now, and I haven't watched.
I see. I need to buy that too.
The Godzilla store, like online store, has put out or started reprinting that 4-disc set that they put out.
Oh,
So I
cool.
wanted to get that before it went out of print.
When they're filming the sequel right now, I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Yeah. I am a little annoyed though that they reprinted that for North America, but they didn't bother to put subtitles on the special feature disc.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Dude, 78 from this movie was only 24 years earlier. He's like, wow, we're really going back in time.
We're going back in time.
Austin, he's mad.
So am I.
That guy looks really pissed off. Oh my god. Nicholas Bodo, hey Cap, would Al Simmons handle the ring tape well? Dude, Al Simmons doesn't handle anything well. The guy has no sense of self-control whatsoever.
No, instead of 7 days would be 7 issues.
That guy went to the grocery store and bought chips and got home and didn't look at the label properly, and he didn't want regular chips. He wanted onion chips. But he got regular chips, he would murder his entire family. Okay, that's Al Simmons.
No, he got the wrong chips, so his wife, who was pregnant at the time, was disposed.
So Austin, I a lot of times we'll say, you know, like the Texas Chainsaw remake kind of kickstarted the American remakes. Do you think this had anything to do with that too, since this is a remake, just not of an American film?
I'm gonna say no, because it's a little different. That's more we started remaking what was considered like the modern classics.
Mm-hmm.
While this is more like, those Japanese fellas have good movies. Maybe if we make them for Americans, make some money.
Yeah.
So it's like a little different.
They've got all the fresh ideas. Nothing's changed,
Exactly.
really.
So no, I would say it's like kind of like a little side thing.
Okay. I was just thinking because when I was thinking about it, I realized these only this and Texas Chainsaw are only a year apart.
I was gonna say that would have been only like a year or two after this.
I wonder if the VHS tape does the same thing to you if you were to watch it on a digital television, or if it only happens with CRTs.
Well, now they have to make a fourth movie just to address that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess
The
it's,
Rings too.
I don't know how you
The
make
I
that.
guess it's like it's in Rings.
I don't.
I guess
I
you
don't know
have
how
that in Rings because they're watching it on like HD
I don't know how you make that dramatic.
monitors.
I mean, I watched the last one. They just made a comedy.
So what we've discovered is you can watch this all day long as you're not watching it on a CRT TV. It's like, okay, well, it's just kind of a bunch of weird, creepy things happening. I don't really want to watch this.
Well, in that movie, because it has like the whole thing where it's like if you copy the tape, you don't die if you like copy it and send it to somebody else. So it's like there's this university class that studies the tape, and it's like you send it back and forth, and they're like trying to analyze it, and it's located on the 7th floor.
Oh my god!
And I like Rich Evans laughed in the theater where it's like I'm going to like the Ring room, and it's like dramatic like 7th floor.
That's great. Roboter says Spawn would brood in the alley till it came, and then Simmons would be done and start shouting to show itself right now. Yeah, he's not real proactive much of the time. He's got two modes:
No.
either sit around and whine, or kill everything in front of him. Just
And
like
then
a
Clown will be
spite
there
bully.
making inappropriate comments.
Also, creepy little girls are already a pretty major trope at this point.
But I feel like this
Creepy
was
children in general.
really kicking off the creepy little girl wave, because that was a big part of that like Japanese horror and then like remaking it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also a thing that's really popularized by Poltergeist. I don't know that it's. I mean, I'm sure it's not the first thing that does it, but like, except with that, the little girl's not like the monster or like the scary thing, but just the way she responds to the ghost of the TV is one of the things that's creepy about it.
I don't remember what year it comes out, but just in terms of like creepy kids, it's the one that probably popularizes it would be Children of the Corn. That was a big one.
When you have like the original Village of the Damned,
Yeah, The Exorcist.
yeah,
Now I want an action figure of Brian Cox with a power strip around his neck.
that
Austin,
should be
I
your
really wanna-
Halloween costume.
That's the big iconic
Austin, I need to-
image from this movie, Austin.
I need to rewatch it, but now think of the scene. All I can think of is in Rings with D'Onofrio doing this instead.
Yeah, make it happen. What's also funny because D'Onofrio's blind in that.
Sometimes you get the scene where you understand why the actor was cast and it wouldn't have ever been anyone else. You're like, oh, this is why it's Brian Cox.
Wolverine, you won't stop me from electrocuting myself in a bathroom.
She tried to bore the images out through her temple, and that's why I'm going to electrocute myself in this bathroom.
If you don't think I can't drown my daughter, I'm gonna electrocute myself in this bathtub.
I didn't know James Gunn was in this movie.
He is.
What a weird ultimatum.
Yeah, John and I and Hayden have this running joke of James Gunn threatening to kill himself if people don't believe that he can't do certain things. It'll be like, if you don't think I can't make Superman 2, I'm gonna kill myself.
Jeez.
I don't know how it started, but it's just become a thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
If this stream isn't demonetized for content, I will be shocked.
Look, it's the titular ladder from the video.
Wait, was the video called something ladder?
Well, no, this
No, it's
movie's
the-
just called
Yeah,
The Ladder.
It's the ring.
Well, Austin, I don't know if you know this, but titular means it's in the title.
I just wanted to see how long it would take you to be like, what?
Why did you say
If I
that?
called it the titular ladder.
Titular ladder?
No, see, in Canada, this movie is called The Ladder. That's why there's the
Oh,
confusion.
it's titular, right?
Well, it's this weird thing where, you know, like the ring, it's like, okay, you have like the ring imagery from when she's looking in the well. There's like the ring noise the ringing noise it makes on the tape. She calls you, it's a ring. Like there's multiple meanings for why it's called the ring. The ladder is just, well, there's a ladder here and in the video. It doesn't work as well as of a title.
I'm an idiot. I never realized that was a double or triple entendre title. God, I'm stupid.
Yeah,
Like the phone ring. Never thought about that.
it's definitely something I didn't pick up on right away.
I've never really thought about it, but
It's not even that
yeah.
subtle, though. Like, if we were just having a conversation about this movie and, like, the word ring comes up with, like, the phone ringing, like, immediately I would put all that together.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
No, because when you're watching the movie, like it's so focused on that ring imagery of like the white circle.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, that's the titular, the ring.
I'm just shocked this movie wasn't called VHS.
Well, they should, if they reboot again, they should call it The Ringing.
All of these, well, and I guess you could argue this started the trend, but all of these remakes of Japanese movies stick pretty close title-wise to the original. Because Austin, isn't The Grudge, the Japanese one, also just The Grudge?
It said you on The Grudge.
Yeah.
Then one missed call is just one missed call.
Mm-hmm. Or One Missed Call having
You
a
gotta
really
have that
cool
classic
premise. It's
shot
just-
where we don't see what they're looking at right away.
yeah.
Hmm.
John, remember when Rosetta
No.
does that? Rosetta does that exact thing.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Kryptonian language, right?
I'm sorry, what?
It's with the Kryptonian language, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except they make us wait an absurdly long time before they show it to us.
Yeah.
It is fitting that day 7 would be a Wednesday.
Why do you just hate Wednesdays?
No, it just feels like if there was any day that's going to be like, yep, this is the titular 7th day, it would be Wednesday.
Stop it. That's not what titular means. Quit misusing that word.
I'm going to
In
keep
Italy, this
using it
movie is
until they
called
add like a
7th
secondary definition that's just iconic. into the dictionary.
But like, are you
See-
just being silly, or why are you saying that about Wednesday?
No, it's because Wednesday sucks. It's the middle of the week. Like you're like, I'm ready for the weekend to come, but it's the middle of the week. It's the crappiest day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they
Well,
do
and
that
Austin, that-
just so that it's not too square. Where like if you
Mhm.
set it on a Sunday or Monday, like the very start or the very end of a week.
It's too obvious.
Yeah, it would just seem too clean.
It would.
That
It would be
is
very
like the type
circular,
of
like a
thing that
ring.
like a writer does sit around and think about. Where you're like, okay, it can't be Friday because like that's like you know too obvious. It can't be Sunday either for the same reason.
You know, the crap you really worry about that a lot of viewers probably it probably wouldn't bother them.
Yeah, some guy definitely sat around for like an hour thinking about what day works best.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Oh, that's true, Robotters. Now she's gonna die on New Comic Day, so she won't even get to read her pull list.
Austin, what's on her pull list in 2002?
Definitely something by Neil Gaiman.
Oh no.
She won't be able to read.
No, just not because of that, John. Just because like women love Neil Gaiman, and it's that period.
Yeah, now she won't be able to read her titular Sandman.
Exactly.
It's just funny that's the first name you went to. I was like, wait a minute.
Because when I think of like what comics would like are like stereotypically like women read, it's Gaiman. It's the titular Neil Gaiman books. I don't know. She might have Ultimate Spider-Man on her pull. It would be around that time.
I think it's a lot more likely she doesn't have a pull list.
No, we were talking over it, but there was a line where she was like, "Oh, god damn it, we're on this island. I can't get my pull list." The stupid ghost girl. She's not gonna let me read my pull.
It's so good. How am I supposed to know what happens in Bendis's Daredevil?
Yeah. I want to see what happens to Typhoid Mary in this next issue. And then that guy's like, I'm much more of like a Palmiotti Jonah Hex guy myself.
Neither of them are reading Spawn.
No.
This is that period where you got really low print runs because nobody's reading.
Well, she probably said to her son, she was like, "Would you like to read Spawn?" And he was like, "No, mother, that book sucks." And she was like, "Okay."
He draws pictures of Spawn just sitting around not doing anything.
He draws pictures of Spawn and then like blacks out the face.
But yeah, I think the reason this works is just seeing them piece all this stuff together.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why, but just the image of that TV falling down and hitting her into the well is really funny.
It is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, but
Part of the reason it's funny is because
so
it's the
creepy.
second time in 10 minutes she's been hit with a television.
That's true too.
Because Brian Cox hit her with a television.
Yeah.
Well, then she fell down the well like she's Alice in some sort of land.
Meanwhile, in the pit from
Rachel! I'm sorry, John. I'm still listening to what you're saying right now.
It's fine.
I've just been waiting for an hour and a half for her to finally fall down the titular well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the name of it in whatever
for
country
wellness.
Austin's Blu-ray is from.
Yeah, probably my Blu-ray that only plays half the movie. It ends when you get to the well. It's the titular well.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even be half. That would be more than half.
I think it's slightly more than half, but it's still missing like half an hour to 40 minutes.
That's a big-ass flashlight. I will say, and this is probably partly just because we're talking over it, but like this was all really unnerving in the theater, and I'm not having even like an iota of that going back to it.
Hmm.
Like it's still really watchable.
No, I mean that's fair too.
Maybe I need to turn all the lights off.
Yeah, it's really scary when you turn the lights and the TV off.
I also think it's got to be scarier if you actually watch it on VHS, like I said. I'm going to buy it that way. I'm going to watch it that way.
That would be cool.
Somebody earlier said if you do that, it has to be a blank VHS.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody recorded it off TV onto a blank VHS.
Yeah, like not very good quality.
That's how
I
I
was thinking
watched
it's
the.
like a. Oh, sorry, go ahead,
Uh,
John.
that's how I watched the Buffy movie for the first time.
You just found like a blank VHS tape, put it in, and it was the Buffy movie.
Yeah, I guess my mom had like recorded it at some point.
Oh,
So I did not see any footage of Japanese people. I must be thinking of some other movie. I thought that happened in this.
yeah, I'm not sure.
What am I thinking?
The Grudge keeps it in Japan, so like that has a connection to Japan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nicholas
it's the awkward thing where it's in Japan, but it has like all white actors.
Nicholas Bodas did Smallville rip this off like they did Saw and Flatliners. I don't think there's anything. Nothing's coming to
There's
me.
not an
Was
evil tape like that. Um,
Hmm.
they're maybe looking at it a little bit with like the time travel phone call thing, but that's a little. That's a lot less one to one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's not really this premise. So yeah, I guess not.
No, because I don't know how you do the. Like, I could see doing, a Saw or Fast and the Furious in that format. I don't know how you do this in an hour-long episode.
And how do you
Lex makes a videotape, and he's just pranking everyone.
like how do you relate it? How do you make it kryptonite laden?
Well, that's what they should have done as a Kryptonite videotape.
Oh my god, that should have been their Mixelplek. He makes a videotape.
Oh sure, that'd be a lot better than the Mixer they did. You sure?
No, the
Yeah.
Mixelplek in Smallville's great. That would be his second episode. That's when he comes back.
Rachel. Well, that doesn't hold up.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good as the skeleton pirates.
That was real creepy in the theater.
I mean, I think it looks fine for the time. It's just it's not really aged especially well.
Yeah. I've also seen way worse from around this time.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Oh,
you're right.
way worse.
You're right. But I just felt like I was looking at like a Discord plugin or something. Like we could
That's
do
like
that effect right now on John's head probably. It's like, oh, now he's turning into a skeleton.
Oh no.
John, quit turning into a skeleton.
I've joined
how
the
many
army
times
of
do we have to
darkness.
keep telling you, old man?
Oh no.
The titular skeleton.
Like Austin, you talked me into watching the Frighteners, and I love that movie, but good lord, some of the effects.
Some of the effects in The Frighteners are really bad, but that is a good movie.
So that was an intentional red herring. That the first line they give him in the scene is "It's over."
No, it's over.
It's not. I know because of the runtime.
Yeah, but the only thing that happens after this is they're gonna walk out of this cabin and the Ghostbusters theme plays.
Well, and then
The
this has
titular Ghostbusters
really
theme.
long credits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then it has really credits, and then it has the after credit scene.
Which is setting up Rings that came out like 15 years
But
later.
not the ring.
Not the ring
second,
too.
the second
Just
ring.
they set up the third one.
Yeah.
Skip past it.
Johnny Galecki walks in and he's like, "I'm gonna study this tape."
I'm putting together a team of rings.
Oh, she put it all
Well,
together,
this was
Austin.
around.
She figured it out.
This is around Lord of the Rings, John. So there are rings to unite.
Yeah. That's what they should call the fourth movie is Lord of Rings.
Lord of Rings.
Yeah.
You can't
They
sue
would-
us. We cut the out of the title.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when they full on reboot this, the new one will just be called Ring.
Yeah.
That's like Dark of the Moon. We cut out one word, so it's different. Lord the Rings.
Draven asks if we think Cap can handle Dead Alive, aka Brain Dead. I doubt it, but it'd be funny.
I mean, maybe. He's watched like Evil Dead.
Anytime you guys do that kind of thing to me, though, I reserve the right to get up and leave.
Well, that's not like a that's more of like a Evil Dead like schlocky violent movie.
Yeah, it is really gory though. I think that's more so what he means.
John, I feel like something scary is still gonna happen.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where my memory like stops for of what happens in this movie.
So you've like completely repressed the thing that traumatized me as a youth.
So I remember that, but I don't remember anything after that.
He doesn't remember that she takes a shower. That's
Rings
also a
also
horror
ends
trope.
in the shower.
What?
Rings also ends in the shower.
Does it?
Yeah, the final scene in Rings is the main character having a shower.
Spoilers.
And then Johnny Galecki's like, "I must unite the rings."
There will be one rings to rule them all.
The one rings.
Okay, she is this kid's actual biological mother, right?
Yes.
Why does he call her by her first name?
I think because they have like a weird relationship where she was probably like a teen when she had him.
Oh, okay. It's still odd that you wouldn't call your mom, but okay.
Well,
Yeah,
and then she's like, I don't know, kind of a mess too. Like she's not like a conventional mom.
That's why it's weird that I find her likable.
Well, I don't think she's ever unreasonable or like throwing anyone else under the bus. She's just her life is a bit of a mess, and
Yeah, she's a bit of a mess, but like,
but she's a good. At the end of the day, she's still a good person. She's trying.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's still going,
He's
John.
He's freaking out.
She's a horrible mother because she let him read that.
oh my
tape.
god, did you guys just see that on the table? It was the titular newspaper that the mug was on.
Yeah.
And
That
it
was
made
also
some sort of circle on the newspaper.
Okay, just unplug everything with TVs connected to it.
Yeah, so Austin, this is the last thing that I remember from watching this 3 or 4 times. Because I do remember this being an effective scene.
That is the only good part, like genuinely cool part in Rings, is that the TV does this, and then I think she unplugs it and like throws the TV on the floor, and then it like goes on while it's on the floor, and she like lifts the TV up as she's crawling out of it. Like that's a cool image.
Yeah. We should mention this movie has really good sound design.
Yeah.
Really good sound design, yeah.
Okay, this stuff is still unnerving enough, I guess.
No, this scene's still super creepy.
Look out, Austin. She's coming
And
for
just like a legitimately cool effect coming up.
you. How long could Austin last in the well?
Find out next week.
7 days.
Oh no, Robin, we've been put in the titular well. How will we get out?
Learn to drive.
Well, I like that what little action we have in this is really well shot, of course, and just serves the story.
Mm-hmm.
And Draven's
Austin,
brought it
close
up
your
a
eyes.
couple times in the chat, but the actress playing the girl here went on to be Lilo in Lilo and Stitch.
I was gonna say I thought the actress in this was somebody.
Oh.
But
I really like the
this is
effect
such a
where
cool
even out of the
effect.
TV, yeah, she's still like VHS-y.
Yeah.
You just said VHS-y.
I did.
That's an adjective now.
Damn straight, it's the titular adjective.
Austin, you have really beat that dead horse and thrown it over the side of a boat.
Yeah, it's an eviscerated horse at this point.
We saw the blood in the water and everything.
I love that she set up the body so that Naomi Watts can find it like this.
She was really thinking ahead. She saw the storyboards.
Yeah. What is that in the background? Is that the storyboards?
And I love this shot where like you can see
Yeah, it's
clearly
great.
the water.
Yeah.
It really feels like we watched this whole movie for this scene.
Yes.
Like lives and
And I've
dies
seen
by
quite
its
a few-
climax, yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen so many horror movies that are like a slow burn and then the payoff is just lackluster. So I always appreciate when the payoff is worth it.
Uh-oh. Oh, I love they don't show it right away. Do they ever show us what happened to him? I don't even remember.
Oh, now I can't remember. You might not see him.
Nope, I don't remember anything past her finding him.
Wow. Well, Austin would remember anything after her coming out of the TV because now he's in a state of shock.
Exactly. I'm in a state of decay.
Austin's gonna freak out.
I'm just gonna start screaming.
The kid has the most intense eyes.
Austin, I think she's having a really bad day.
I think she's having a bad week. It started on Wednesday.
A bad week and a day. Because it's technically the 8th day
That's
for
true,
her.
this is the 8th day. I don't
And on
buy
the 8th
that,
day, God made the ring tape.
I don't buy that tape broke that easily on one hit.
Well, you know how like if you run over a child with a car, like a mom can like lift the car up with like super strength? It was like that.
Oh, it's like that. Okay.
Yeah,
She's just trying to save her child.
exactly.
Make that a short for the channel.
Yeah, I need to make more shorts that just like condemn all of us out of context.
Just blackmail material shorts.
Yeah, but we do it to ourselves. My God, stop screaming at me. You're dead.
I
Oh,
can
that's where
really
they
hear
show it.
the Lilo thing.
Did you see it,
Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah, I like that it was like a quick flash.
That's cool. They show his face for a quick second, as if they're flashing back to it, but we haven't seen it yet.
Hmm.
That's some good editing.
No, that was neat.
Vince, what's your problem, dude?
Cap's gonna go back and watch that rewind.
I'm gonna watch it on screen on stream and just scream at him.
On screen, I hope so.
Like on stream. Shut up, John.
Vince needs to find
I'm
a new
gonna-
island.
I'm gonna watch this video on a screen.
It's late and I'm tired from taking my children trick or treating. So you shut the hell up. Did she go back on the tape?
What?
Oh, I thought there was more to that movie.
No, no. She realized that you can save yourself if you copy the tape and show it to somebody else.
No, I'm just wondering where the girl from the tape goes after she kills the guy.
Oh, I think she goes to, like Wendy's and then like hangs out for a bit.
Like, does she just disappear, or does she go back into the tape? That's what I'm asking.
I would assume she just goes back into the tape.
I could see it just like disappearing, but like yeah, maybe she goes back into the tape. That is one of those things where it's like I'm glad we don't see that because that would be really silly. But like that is like a funny thing trying to imagine.
But if you made a bunch of copies of them, then I wonder if you could get a bunch of clones of her that all come out of different TVs.
Oh, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be Lord of Rings.
That's where they make the team. That's how she beats the Grudge girl.
No, that movie's The Grudge versus The Ring is insane.
Oh, the Grudge versus the Ring is awesome.
Yeah.
Roboter says they freed her spirit from the wells, so technically she should be able to move around even more now. That's kind of what I was wondering, is if like, the clear sequel to be made here is just, well, okay, she copied the tape, but that girl's spirit, she's actually out there somewhere. Like,
Maybe that's why she like possesses. I'm assuming the kid.
it's just been so long since I've seen this, I didn't even remember what the last shot was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that it ends on shots of the tape.
By the way, now I can tell you it was Zimmer.
Yes.
Travi, doesn't Rings start off on a plane? Do you know
It
the
does.
first and last shot in that, Austin?
Yes, it's one of the funniest. Actually, you know what? What you were describing is kind of the start of that movie because like the well thing starts like popping up on like every screen on the plane, and then I think they lose power, and then she like comes out of like the control panel on the like
What?
in the panel. I don't know.
That's fantastic.
Well,
It's
And
something
Austin,
like that.
I didn't realize this, but they made a short film that bridges The Ring and Ring 2.
Oh.
And it's also called Rings.
There's so many rings.
Yeah, where's
Nobody's
Sonic?
ever done the ring colon spiral, to connect to the second
From-
They
Can we
book.
should
Maybe
call
please
it.
maybe the
get
Japanese movies do. I'm not sure,
They should have
but
called it Seven Rings, because seven's such an important number.
Naomi Watts and the urban legend of the Seven Rings.
so I'm looking at the names
They
of the
will return.
Japanese franchise. So you've got Ring or Ringu. Wait, there's two movies called Ring. What?
Like, John, you couldn't even get past the first movie. Or like the first
Why
movie
is
is
there
just
two?
wait a minute.
Oh, okay. So I guess there's a 95 made for TV movie and then the big budget one that we're remaking with this one.
Oh,
It threw me off because there's two of them that are just called Ring. And then Spiral, Ring 2, Ring Zero Birthday, Sadako 3D, Sadako 3D 2, Sadako versus Kyoko.
That's the Ring versus the Grudge.
Yeah. Just Sadako and then Sadako DX. That movie just came out like 3 years ago. I didn't realize they were still making them.
Good lord.
I didn't know that either.
Let's do
I
Ring
made a lot.
Mania.
Yeah. There's enough of them here.
Yeah, no kidding. You announce it, and the immediate first question is it the Japanese or the American rings?
Yes.
Both.
I mean, to be
Skywalker
fair, if the English
sound.
translation of like what everybody referred to Ringu as was Ring, I kind of get why people asked that. Except here it was The Ring, so it's still a different title.
Yeah, it might technically be called The Ring. Oh no, because the book's just called Ring. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The American one really is like a DC sequel. That's like a soft reboot thing.
Okay.
Well, and it looks like the Japanese franchise has the Halloween thing where there's different timelines.
Well, of course.
What?
Of course it's that complicated.
That sounds like something I want to try to keep straight.
Yeah.
Robota is all in all a good watch, lots of suspense, and does have a good payoff, at least for what you're aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Exactly.
Vince does not, but I agree.
No, and I feel like this used to be a lot more popular, and it's kind of like died out a little bit. Some of
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah, this has fallen into the background.
I feel like it's because it
had bad sequels.
had bad sequels
A
and
lot of things have that.
yeah.
See, if we make a live action as if just being Japanese, it doesn't make you live action. If we make the American
Japan
The
is like
Ring versus the
Toontown,
Grudge.
really.
That's how you know it's getting late when you're like, oh, the live action remake of this Japanese movie.
Well, and
Were you making a point there?
No, I was just gonna say maybe if we make the American The Ring versus the Grudge, we can bring it back.
yeah. Well, and so I watched this on Peacock, and they show you the Rotten Tomato scores. This is a surprisingly low audience score.
Oh,
It's at like 48%.
weird.
So I was going to say, I don't think Vince is the only person that doesn't like this movie. Like, I think it's a little polarizing for some reason.
Mm.
But I remember it being big and kind of universally liked when it came out. So I don't know if I was wrong or if that changed as time went by.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wonder if
I've-
lack of interest in it as time has gone on has anything to do with just the fact that it's about dated technology.
Yeah, it's. I feel like you have to be okay with the fact that it is firmly rooted in the time that it was made.
And like you could say, something like Child's Play has that too, but then I also don't know that there is, uh, a big multi generational thing with Child's Play either. Like I think it's a lot of the same audience that just kept watching those. I don't know if I'm right about that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's got a loyal following. Well, I think especially with like the generational thing, like it going straight to DVD and then to TV, has kind of kept it in that like kind of more niche, loyal fan base.
Yeah. And I think it hurts having bad sequels because there's not a new Ring movie that, a teenager or someone is going to find and then work their way backwards.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So like this is
That's why, like,
effectively a singular film that, I mean, yeah, it's got a couple of sequels that aren't well regarded, but like people would have to
you
talk
just wait
about it a
till
lot more. And
you just wait till Lord of Rings comes out. That'll be a smash hit.
Austin, would you see if we have any reviews on Discord, please?
Yeah, we didn't earlier when we started, but we might have gotten one.
And I forgot to
And we did. We
I forgot
got
to remind
one.
people at the start of the show that we're still doing that, but I've got two on Patreon.
Oh, okay, I got one.
And we'll continue doing these whenever we do manias. So as always, patreon.com/geekvolution, and just the $2 tier lets you put in reviews for things, and I'm trying to do this as often as I can, even outside of manias with other things that we review. So I'm giving you the option to get your voice heard. Daniel Davis says best thing, the slow burn of it all, and Naomi Watts' performance. I forget just how long it takes for the mystery to unravel. Yeah, I was having that too. Also, I have fond memories of my dad telling me the entire plot for this film, beat for beat, in a car ride to school one morning. And worst thing, the sequels.
Oh. From Spooky Billy, he says, a solid horror flick that freaked me the hell out as a kid. The best thing, much like with 28 Days Later, is the direction and style.
Yeah.
The worst thing is that emotionally, it's a bit lacking. The film is more about the frights than the feels. Green Circle.
Okay, great says cool visuals, stellar cinematography, neat twists, good cast, great movie. Best thing, Gore Verbinski, he's the man. Worst thing, all the terrible knockoffs and parodies afterward.
And I'll read this because John just sent it to me, but he just sent me a review. Is this on IMDb? What is this on?
This is on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, this is an audience review from Rotten Tomatoes from Dex DTM. It's two and a half.
Is this contemporary? Is this from the time?
It's May 17th, 2023.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, it's 2.5 stars out of 5. He says, IDK why it says I rated this because I never saw it. Since I can't delete my ratings, I'll just say 2.5 stars.
I've never seen it. 2.5.
You're a god amongst insects, Dex TDM. I want to know the context of like he's just like, wait a minute, it says here I've rated this film.
Why are you even looking at the page with that film?
That's what I mean. Like, how do you find that?
Why are you even looking at that?
Well, and what's crazy is for audience ratings, this has over 250,000 ratings.
That makes sense.
Yeah, is that on the high side? Like, I wouldn't even know.
See, I thought that was higher, but I'm not. I will glance at like Rotten Tomatoes every once in a while just out of curiosity, but
I guess maybe for like an older movie, it might be weird. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, I still really love the atmosphere of this. I wish you could go back to a thing like this and be as creeped out as you were when you first saw it. Like, I wish that was possible.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It only works if you're on a date and you're like, my date is more scared than I, but I am also quite frightened.
Well, and kind of like you were talking about with your own experience, Austin. I guess if you have sort of a phobia with it, with a thing like that's in a movie, like maybe it can keep bothering you. But then I don't know if that continues to be a fun experience.
Hmm. Yeah, probably not.
I'm just trying to think of anything that always bothers me when I look at it, like where I don't get desensitized the more I watch. I'm sure I have some things like that, and they're just not coming to my mind right now. But then if I disliked them, I probably avoid them, and then I wouldn't know how desensitized I could get to them. If that makes any
Hmm.
sense.
Cap, the real test is you have to watch Reanimator again.
I have to watch what?
Yeah, Society.
You have to watch Reanimator again.
Oh, yes. Society, no. I'm good. That's a hefty super chat. I'm good. Uh, Reanimator.
What
I
about
would
Society
look at
Mania?
again. I will probably make the same face and sounds I made looking at the end of that, and like that I could. I guess there's also things like that where if I haven't seen it in a long time, it might be like looking at it for the first time again, and then I could have a real similar reaction. I guess there's that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why we got to do Saw Mania.
Even Austin doesn't want to do that.
That's why you have to do it. It'd be funny.
Would it though?
Thank you guys for doing this with me, and Austin. I'm glad we managed to do a full 2 weeks. We didn't have any technical problems or nobody got sick. We got all the way through it.
Yeah, we did it. You also didn't immediately regret this one.
No, that's exciting. I only had that with 2,
Mhm.
and they were right in the middle.
Wait, I know you had that with The Cell. What was the other one?
Also with Flatliners, not as immediate
Not
Oh,
as
okay.
much,
as
but
the
I
Cell,
was.
but
Well, Flatliners wasn't regret. It was more just I was pretty critical of it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I still haven't seen that.
I'd
That's
be
pretty
curious
good.
to see what you thought of it. Yeah, Austin.
Yeah.
I really liked it, or at least didn't seem to have a lot of complaints.
Yeah, I do want to see it. And it was funny. I had just like a little free time, so I popped in the chat during when you guys were doing 28 Days Later. And Dawn of the Dead had come up. So just as a joke, I said I wish I was watching that. And that's the one comment of mine that you saw.
Hey,
I wasn't even watching the movie you guys were watching.
The way I read it was, I wish I was watching that instead.
I mean,
of
that is my
this.
favorite zombie movie, so I always wish I was watching Dawn of the Dead. But
That
no,
was
Should have
it's
said that
funny.
in the middle of this commentary. Just, I wish I was watching
And
that.
then, yeah, and then I totally called John out. I was like, "Well, you can go watch. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah,
Why don't you just go
that
do
was,
it?"
it was great. That was the one comment that you saw, and I wasn't even watching a movie at the time.
Nicholas
Look, I
Bodo
had to fill
says,
time with something, okay? Like, if you're gonna make it that easy to get made fun of, it gives me content.
Nicholas Bodo asks, which film from this Mania was your favorite, Cap?
Oh yeah, and somebody at the start was asking if we would, if we wanted to do a ranking of these. Since we just picked random movies, I don't really feel the need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily either.
I like the ranking thing with you know, DCU and Marvel Mania because you've got like a finite number, and you know, people are curious as to what your interest is. But with this, I think it's kind of a different thing, so I don't think I would do that. But yeah, what is in my mind the best of these? Because we went with such an eclectic assortment, a lot of them are just not real comparable to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
But like,
Let me see. I'm pulling up the list just so I can look at
Yeah,
them
I'll
all together and
I'll
think
do
about it
that
for a
too.
second.
Austin, I think your favorite's probably Texas Chainsaw. No.
Okay, I will attempt a rating.
you mean a ranking?
Yeah.
And a rating.
Let's remake this Japanese movie in live action. Okay, so The Cell. Uh, I guess.
Oh,
I
we're doing
guess
it right now.
Flatliners would be next. Yeah, no, I was just doing that off the top of my head.
Yeah, sure.
I guess
Sure.
Flatliners next. Um, maybe Child's Play 2.
That's the thing is, none of this is bad except for, well, none of it is bad.
Yeah. No, I
Austin,
agree.
that's too low for Child's Play 2.
You're too low for Child's Play 2.
I mean, that's
This
just
is hard. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, no, it is pretty tough.
But as for which is my favorite out of these, probably Creature.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was sure it would be Texas Chainsaw.
I mean, that's definitely up there, but it's probably Creature from the Black Lagoon. I would say my
Yeah, go ahead.
three favorite are probably Creature, Christine, and The Ring. Maybe.
I thought you were just gonna pick all the ones you picked. Those were my
No,
favorites.
no. All of the ones I liked least were Caps. The ones I liked most were mine.
Yeah, we had such a good watch at 28 Days Later. I think that's the top for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then if I had to pick top 3, sorry, I'm looking at this real close and I'm finding that very difficult. I think it's 28 Days Later, and then Little Shop of Horrors would be in there, and I don't totally know what the third one is.
The Cell.
No, it's not The Cell. It's either The Ring or Child's Play 2.
Makes sense.
But I mean,
really-
I liked all your picks, and I did not like all of my picks. So
No, I liked all of your picks except for The Cell.
yeah,
So
same
I'd say
here.
overall.
Well, I did that as a bit of a crapshoot because I hadn't seen it in so long. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew that could go either way.
No, I'm not going to criticize you for picking The Cell. I think that made for an interesting
It
watch.
did. Well, we had some real amusing exchanges in that.
Mhm.
But that was
That's
a bit of
another
a
movie I'm glad you
dark
picked because
throw.
it's been on my list forever. So I finally get to cross that off the list.
Are you saying, John, that you see The Cell and you were like, when I was a boy, I wanted to watch The Cell?
Yeah. No, I actually because I remember every time I would go to Walmart, that movie on DVD would be like on the shelf, and so I just remember being like, "That's a weird cover. I don't know what this movie's supposed to be about."
Yeah, and Daniver says you've been asked an impossible question, and that's how I felt trying to answer that. Like,
Yeah.
that was a lot of good movies.
I really couldn't rank it.
No.
I was here for 3 of them, and I liked all 3 movies that I was here for. So
Yeah, John, which was your favorite of the 3 you were here for?
Child's Play 2.
Oh.
It still looks
It's a good
really,
one.
really freaking good.
I love slasher movies.
Next year, Leprechaun, baby.
Oh my god.
Austin, you better put Doctor Sleep on your list next year.
I specifically on my list have an asterisk on Doctor Sleep, which is it like only to be picked if Kat picks The Shining.
Oh.
The thing is, though, I don't feel like that's a great blind watch pick.
I don't know that would be a great blind
Because
watch.
I want to
that's
finally
true.
see that. I don't think I want to finally watch that doing this. Like, that's one I would actually
Clear.
probably prep for. I'd probably make sure
Yeah.
I'd seen it once before we came into it.
Well, that's probably why I wouldn't pick Exorcist 3, because that's also not a great blind watch.
Mm-hmm. We could do Halloween 3. That'd be pretty fun.
Oh, Halloween 3 is great. I love Halloween 3.
Yeah. Invisipig says, please do Leprechaun 1 through 8.
Oh, God. And Draven.
Well, wait, if that's
just
through
keeps
8, that includes the gritty
The
reboot
remake.
and the yeah.
Draven keeps telling us we have to do Trick or Treat, just over and over again.
Trick or Treat is a really good movie. It was not on my list of runner-ups, but that is a really good movie.
Yeah, I right now don't
In
even
terms
know what I'll
of-
pick next year, but
In terms of anthology, I'd probably pick Creepshow over Trick or Treat, but
Creepshow's
I
great.
don't know.
well, guys, we're gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and get going. Happy Halloween to everyone. We're an hour now in my time past Halloween, 2 hours past Halloween for you guys. So it's already
Mhm.
November.
Great movie to cap off Halloween.
Yep.
I'll probably be
Someday I'll
rewatching
watch
it in a
these
week
other
or two.
movies.
Yeah, well, we got to do Ring Mania, and you just call that Lord of Rings.
That's
Yeah, I definitely have to be there when you finally watch Rings because I'm the only person on the planet that likes that movie.
That's not true. I like that movie.
Yeah, but I like it more than you, John, so it's different.
Well, that's
But
true.
I like it more, sir.
Matthew Bath says The Blob. That's on my runner-ups list. So
The Blob
maybe
is also
next year.
great.
Maybe I'll be obnoxious and pick Cloverfield.
Oof.
I'm fine with that. That's my Blair Witch. Like I got to live through that viral marketing.
Yeah. I still have
I remember
a
'cause-
soft spot for them.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty good. It's
John
probably my
was like,
weakest
"Ugh."
Matt Reeves movie, but
I'm
John
not a
says that
big
about
fan.
everything.
I'm not a big found footage fan, and that movie gave me a headache in theater, so I've never went back to it.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I don't like found footage either, but Cloverfield's pretty good.
I think the only found footage movie I really like is Chronicle, but I liked
that movie a lot, too.
yeah, and I liked the original Blair Witch as like an experience, but I don't know if I'd like it on a second watch.
I can't look at that movie. It's so boring.
I think that means
I
that's why I'm
watched,
afraid to watch it again. I
My
was like, oh,
mom
this is
was
just
like
like a really cool
traumatized by Blair Witch, and I watched it and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the most boring movie ever. And she was like, yeah, well, you got to watch it in like the right circumstances. I was like, I watched it at your cottage in the middle of the woods with no lights on, all by myself, pitch black darkness. Like if there was any time I would be scared by that movie, it would be in that, I would think.
Well, what she means is you have to go back in time and watch it when it came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the Blair Witch Project, Marty. You gotta go see it in the theater.
Okay, we're gonna get going. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I was Captain Logan. We had Austin the Day Ghost
Yeah, happy Halloween, everyone.
and John.
Happy Halloween.
We'll be back to normal next week. We'll do this again next year, and we'll do another Mania not too long from now, I'm sure. Bye, everybody.
Saw Mania.
No.